Okay. So my part was like the size and structure and composition. So I'm going to start with commercial banks. So the size of commercial banks are the largest group of depository institutions. There are large and small commercial banks that are different within the structure and composition. With larger banks, the structure consists of more comprehensive banking experiences with an array of deposit accounts and larger loans. Smaller banks consist mainly of real estate loans and more personalized consumer services and products. Commercial banks have shrunk by nearly 10,000 banks since 1985. This is mainly due to mergers and acquisitions. To continue on with commercial banks, there are three main banking sectors that are part of commercial banks that include community banks, regional banks, and money center banks. Community banks are the size that consists of less than $1 billion in total assets. Community banks typically specialize in retail banking, which include mortgages and consumer loans. Now, regional banks have access to federal fund markets to finance lending and investing activities. Regional banks consist of wholesale services that include consumer and industrial lending. And now, commercial banks are money center banks that have a heavy reliance on non-deposit and borrowed sources of funds. Now for savings institutions. Savings institutions comprise of two different groups of the financial institutions, including savings associations and savings banks. The size of a savings institution consists of nearly 4,000 institutions around the 1700s. Savings institutions consist of long-term mortgage payments backed by short-term savings deposits. Changes in the Federal Reserve policy of interest rates targeted the changes of the regulation queue and disintermediation. And finally, there's credit unions. Credit unions are non-profit depository institutions owned by members and their deposits. There are around 5,000 credit unions since 2018. Members of credit unions had to pay to be a part of the union, as well as invest in at least one deposit share. The structure and composition of credit unions specialize in small consumer loans, and credit unions have expanded their services to attract new customers and keep existing customers. These new services include mortgages as well as auto loans. So yeah, that's where we're at.